Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you listen to this or watching this. This is Tanks and Tuddies, presented by Tubbs and Frankie. Big week this week. College football is fully back this week. Every single team is playing. Don't quote me on that. There's probably some bias, but we're fully back. So this week's episode, we're going to do our dynasty update, weekend recap as always, locks and longshots. And then we are going to have two special guests come on to talk NFL. NFL is not back for 2 more weeks, but next Thursday is the first game. But we figure this way, next week we can recap college football and talk about NFL ourselves, but we'll get into it. We're going to have Javi joining us for a little Chiefs outlook, as well as a little guess the team, guess the cut, and then Papa Tubbs will be on later to talk about the Lions and the NFC North. With that being said, how was your weekend?
My weekend was fantastic, honestly. I kind of talked about it last week. We were heading out to one of Paige's classmates' lake house. So we got there Friday. We were out on the boat all Friday afternoon for like 4 or 5 hours. I'm a little toasty for sure. But got to ride on the pontoon, swam in the water a little bit, lake right off of the Tennessee River, right on the border of Alabama and Mississippi and Tennessee. So that was cool. Got back. I had a draft Friday night, so I was drafting on my phone from this lake house. We only ran into one issue. I may or may not have lost connection, accidentally selected a defense in like the 6th round. But that's besides the point. Draft went well. Saturday, got up. They made breakfast for us. It was delicious. Got back on the boat again. We were out on the boat for, I believe, 4 or 5 hours again on Saturday. Came back, had some pizza, and then went out to a local bar/club. Anybody who knows what Stormy's is in my hometown of Beaver Dam, it is very similar to Stormy's. It's a pretty much in the sticks type of club. It was so fun. We had a blast, celebrated Paige's birthday a little bit early on Saturday. And then Sunday we came home, celebrated Paige's birthday again. Didn't really do much just because she had to get ready for some classes on Monday. And then I played some college football on Sunday. So that was my weekend. Still recovering a little bit. As you can tell, I do sound a little bit sick. Started getting like a cold on Thursday. Still trying to recover from that. And then the weekend of just drinking, being out on a boat in the sun all day did not help that at all. So long weekend. It was fun. Glad to be back. How was your weekend?
I had a fantastic weekend. Friday, went over to our commission's house for the draft party. Drafted, had some bevs, and then went over to Sid's place, spent the night. Woke up Saturday, played in a golf outing. We went 8 under, no big deal. Pretty middle of the pack, though. But nice day, real hot, but played well. Happy with how I played. And then went back to Sid's after. Well, actually, I went back to Commission's house, hung out for a little bit, then went back to Sid's. And then we went to a local bar out there. They had a beer tent and live music. They were selling half-gallon jugs of beer. So I had one of those and some other bevs. Good night. Sunday, woke up, headed home. I wasn't feeling the best after drinking all day Saturday because I drank at the golf outing, went to the bar. So didn't get a whole lot done Sunday. A lot of hanging out. I also took a big fat nap. And then
you basically just went back to bed. It wasn't even a nap.
Yeah. Yep. Because
You texted me at 12:30, or I think it was actually earlier than that. And you said, "Are you going to be playing college football today?" And I said, "Possibly. Depends on what time I get home, what I have to get done." So I got home. It was like 2:30. Texted Jake. I said, "I'm getting on. Are you still on?" Didn't respond for like a couple hours, which, mind you, Jake has become a horrible responder when it comes to texting. I get left on red so many times. And then like an hour later, he texts me and he goes, "Sorry, just woke up from a nap. I'll be on shortly." I said, "A nap? Like, dude, you basically just woke up and went right back to bed."
Yeah, I got up at 7. Randomly was like rested, and then I went grocery shopping, got a couple things done around the house, and then I sat on the couch for a second. Or was I in bed? No, it was a couch nap. Yeah, so slept for literally hours. I think it was like until 6. And then, but that night I was still tired. I went to bed at a decent time, so I was shocked. But speaking of college football, weekly update. You started out hot at Kentucky. You were 4-1, and you won over Georgia, South Carolina, both ranked, correct?
Yes, they were both ranked at the time.
And then you hit a 3-game losing skid, blowout loss to Auburn with a lot of recruits there. And then the big moment of the week was our matchup. We were playing in Minnesota. We scheduled this at the beginning of the year. It was week 12, like we said. We actually played it last night. Amazing game. It wasn't really back and forth. I went up 14-0 early. And then at the end of the half, you drove down the field and got 3. And then with 30 seconds left on the clock, you came out and you kicked the onside kick and, of course, recovered it. My dumbass, I should have called a timeout and switched to onside, and then I would have held you. But you were able to drive down the field, get another 3. So it was 14-6 at half. And then you were getting ball at the end of half 2. You came out swinging. You drove down the field, scored, and I believe you got the 2-point conversion, right? We were tied up.
I did, yep.
And then I was driving, and I think I went for it late, didn't get it. And then you drove down, and I got a fumble. That was huge. And then
there was a 4th down that you went for. You didn't get it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you challenged it, and you did get it.
But then I still stalled out. What was the final score of that game?
17-14. You kicked a field goal to end it. Or you kicked a field goal with 3 seconds left on the clock. And then I got the kick return. It was a short pooch kick. I tried to flip it, and the pitch was not a great pitch. My guy caught it and just got tackled right away. But
how did I get the ball? So you fumbled, and then I didn't do anything with it. I couldn't move the ball.
Yes.
And then you got the ball back. Oh. You went for it on 4th and goal and didn't get it?
I think so. No. I don't remember. I know I kicked a field goal
somehow, here's
to
what
make
I
it
remember
14-14.
That last drive, I only had like 30 seconds. Like we were going to probably go to OT.
I kicked
like 50 seconds.
I kicked the field goal with, I believe, 45 seconds left. Something in that range. And then you ran like 3 plays.
Goal, the final score was 20-17 then.
No, it was 17.
No, because listen, it was 14-14, right?
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I didn't kick a field goal. I scored a touchdown with like 45 seconds left. No, that wouldn't have made sense either.
No, listen, here's what happened. Final score was 20-17. I have a video on my phone. I was going to
say, I can just look at my latest clip.
Because you scored early in the second half because your offense was humming. And then you were driving again. You fumbled. I got it back. I drove down the field and got 3. That's when I went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. Challenged it. Got it. I got 3. Then you drove down the field. You kicked the field goal short. You were burning the fuck out of the clock. And I was like sweating about how to use my timeouts. You got 3.
20-17 final score.
Yeah.
So I kicked the field goal to tie it. And
then I only had like 30, 40 seconds or something. I let it touch back, and I had 2 big plays to get into field goal range, and I won. There was like 2 seconds left. You had the kick return. You almost got it, but you didn't.
There should have been 2 picks, too. It was kind of bullshit. I had 2 plays.
We should have both thrown probably 5 interceptions each.
Yeah.
We both threw. Here's what we did. I forgot to mention this. Since we're only offensive coordinators, we decided that on defense, we would just hop on a D lineman, not move, let the computer work, and then the other player controlled the offense. So
I kicked a field goal to tie at 17-17 with 33 seconds left.
And then I was thinking, great stop, we're going to overtime. But I had 2 huge plays.
They were bullshit plays.
Big plays. That's that. At Minnesota, though, I'm playing 500 ball. I'm pretty sure I beat Michigan on the road. That was huge. That was one of the toughest games I've played to date in college football. And I lost, I think, 3 or 4 in a row. I was coming into our game. I was 4-5. So that was to get to 500. So that's huge. None of this changes the fact, though, at the end of the season, I've decided I'm moving on. I hate Kentucky, or I hate Minnesota. I don't get recruits. I don't like the fans. They're not into it. I'm moving on to brighter and better pastures. So,
I think I might stay depending on what my offers are. I'm currently 6-4, like we said. I have the number 19 recruiting class in the nation. I signed number 2 overall prospect, who's a 5-star gem defensive tackle. I've got 3 4-star quarterbacks that I've signed. I got a couple 4-star running backs, 2 3-star running backs. I have a loaded recruiting class coming in. And I'm honestly not losing that many guys. I think my quarterback is a junior and he's like an 83 or something like that. So he's going to go up. He'll probably be like 85, 86 senior next year. So I might as well stay at least one more year and see how next year goes. And then look from there, kind of decide what I want to do. So
I'm just hoping to finish above 500, make a bowl game, and then dip. I'm hoping for, I don't care if it's a lateral offensive coordinator move, but I got to move up because Minnesota's a 3-star school and it ain't right.
So I
you
will
have such an easier time recruiting in the SEC.
I will say
Could be my
I did reach out to Skinny Hyena today because we need to finalize a date for this matchup between him and I. And now that I'm playing better outside of last night's game, I think I might stand a chance. He still hasn't responded, but I'm looking at potentially next week. So,
okay, Skinny Hyena, this TikTok's for you. Reach out to us. We want to get this game going. You don't have to have a camera. We don't need to see you, but you do have to talk. Don't be a bitch. All right, locks and long shots then. Football's back. I'm very excited. Locks and long shots weren't good last week, but that's okay. I don't like those games. I think I got a good lock this week. I like it. Update on the picking a pick for every single game. I didn't realize what I got myself into. Week 0 was easy. There was only 4 games. I went 2-2. In the future, this will be a formal segment with my record update and the big picks because I'm going to throw in some long shots too, I'm sure. But I think I had like 96, 97 picks I have to make on this spreadsheet. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know that I'll continue this throughout the whole year. And I honestly don't know if I will ever go above 50% in a week because the games I'm choosing, there's so many teams I don't know anything about. Now, throughout the year, maybe I'll learn things, but there's going to be a process. I'm excited to see, though, at the end of the year. I mean, I'm going to pick.
Like, it's just money lines, right?
No. I'm picking a spread or over-under.
Okay.
Or it can be money line if it's like plus odds, maybe like, within lock criteria. But, yeah, I'm mostly focused on spreads and over-unders, so it'll be fun. Obviously, this is not recommended to anybody. Don't ever bet every single game. It's stupid. But just out of curiosity, I thought it'd be fun. So I picked one day in the week to do it. And I think it's going to be my Tuesday night activity after we finish recording is going through and picking all my spreads and over-unders and everything. So with that being said, I did a little preview this week, and I decided to start out my locks with, well, first of all, last week's lock, Hawaii. Never watched the game. I was in bed early, but they didn't cover. They weren't even close to covering. I think the final score was like 38-14, so they won by, 24? So they lost the spread by 2 touchdowns. Not good. And then the other big game, let's talk about it while we're here. Florida State, Georgia Tech over in, was it in Dublin?
Yes. Yep.
Had to have been. That's the only city in Ireland. Georgia Tech came out on top. Did Georgia Tech beat them last year too, or was it just another close game last year?
I think it was just a close game. I don't know for sure on that. I could probably go back and look, but
either way, this game, first of all, it looked like it was going to soar over. Then it ended up slowing way down. And DJ Ayunga Tuchalele's not good. Not a good quarterback. Georgia Tech.
He's still got a couple transfers left in him.
He does. He's got 2 or 3 more. Not actually. Honestly, we'll talk to Papa Tubbs about it later, but I know for a fact he believed that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
The text he sent, he said, for those that didn't see it, obviously he sent, it was a meme from Facebook, and it said, direct quote from DJ Youngalele, I still got 2 to 3 more transfers left in me. New Mexico State. What was the other one, like Syracuse or something?
I don't remember who it was, but
yeah, Georgia Tech got it done. You were all over that game. You had the under, and you said the Georgia Tech spread, I believe. Was that your lock last week? It was?
I think so.
I had Florida State in the long shot lay that I'll talk about here in a second. But on Saturday, I liked Georgia Tech. I said it in the group chat. So that's what I counted as my week 0 pick because I did do those was that on Thursday? I did those last week. I went 2-2. I think I already said that. So anyways, back to locks and long shots. So Hawaii, that was a loss. On the spreadsheet here, Frankie, I see last week you have a record. Are you tracking my football season stats? Is that what this is?
No, I just put on there.
Oh, just to rub it in that I didn't hit a single one last week? Yeah, sure. This week, though, I think I got something here. Trends didn't work last week, but they're going to bounce back this week. Howard goes up against Rutgers. Thursday, it's the first game of week 1. Howard is plus 36.5 on the road at Rutgers. Now, I looked into the statistics here. Howard against Rutgers all time, they're 0-5. Of the stats I could find against the spread, Howard is 3-0. So I assume, no, not Twitter this time. I got away from Twitter. I've found a site / my own research. Howard's undefeated against the spread against Rutgers in every matchup ever, except for the two that don't count, which I assume those were back in 1894 or something. But since spreads were in existence on this exact site, I can tell you about it later. I'm not going to give it out on here. They're 3-0. So we're going to ride that wave. 3-0, going for a fourth. 36.5, that's a lot of points. I watched this Rutgers team last year. They weren't actually that bad, but first game of the year, rusty. They're not going to cover. Long shots then. Scooble, Cy Young, minus 1,900. Burns is plus 1,400. Still not hedging. I don't give a fuck. I'm not hedging. We're riding that shit out. Scooble's still been good. He's just doing what he needs to do. The Tigers back at 500 for I think this was like the latest in the season since 2013 when they last made the playoffs. Phenomenal stuff out of the Tigers. Best team I've seen in 10 years is what I'm saying. So keep riding that shit out. Terry Arnold, finally, we're going to have some updates here soon. Over 2.5 picks for 2024, sorry. Plus 120, don't forget. Last week, Saturday night, Florida State minus 11, they lost outright. New Mexico plus 11, they won, or they lost, but they were leading the whole entire game, but they covered the spread. The over didn't hit and Hawaii didn't hit. So I went 1-4 on that Saturday lay. So if that tells you anything about how this whole pick every game is going to go, it's not going to be good. But this week, I think I found something nice here too. We're doing this one for the dynasty, Minnesota money line, my Golden Gophers going up against North Carolina at home. They're plus 105. North Carolina lost their quarterback last year. They also lost another positional player. I like Minnesota here. I got to assume Minnesota returned a bunch of guys. They're going to go out there and they're going to win this game. Plus 105. Sign me up. Your locks and long shots.
All right. My locks. I am 43, 24-1. Still have the Packers to make the playoffs open. 2 weeks until we start. Last week, we had Georgia Tech plus 11. That hit. Hawaii minus 38.5. That was a loss. Dodgers money line, fading Javi minus 155. That did hit. And then Twins money line on last Tuesday, also fading Javi. That one did lose. So 2-2 on the week. This week, we're going Wisconsin versus Western Michigan under 57. Only reason here is both teams have decent defenses. Western is returning, I believe it's 9 of their 11 defensive starters. Wisconsin is bringing in a brand new quarterback, which I expect to probably be rusty for week 1. And we also have not a new running back, Chaz Malusi, who's coming off of injury and everything. So I just think that this might be kind of a slow game. It is week 1, like I said. Keep it low. 2 pretty defensive teams. Wisconsin's not going to outrun anybody pretty much. So we'll take the under there. And then we're going Georgia minus 13.5 against Clemson. This is as simple as Georgia's winning by 2 touchdowns. It's that easy. So
I'm shocked about this line because Georgia is so good every year. They were so good last year. They just reload with their recruits.
Yep.
And Clemson had a stinker of a year last year, and I didn't see anything about them getting recruits. So I love that pick.
It's simple. Long shots, 1948-1. Juan Soto, regular season home run leaders out there. Last week, Brewers money line versus the Cardinals on Tuesday. They did win. Then we had Corbin Carroll to hit a dinger last Tuesday, plus 850. Didn't put any real money on it, and he hit a home run. So 2-0 last week. That's pretty good. This week, we're going Florida money line, plus 120. They're playing Miami in the Swamp.
It's in the Swamp. I like that pick.
I believe Miami got Cam Ward. Is that correct?
Yep.
Cam Ward, mid quarterback. Florida, I believe, still has Graham Mertz, who's also a mid quarterback. 2 mid quarterbacks, 2 mid teams. I'll take the home team. So,
sure.
And then we're gonna do a parlay as well for my second long shot. We're gonna go LSU USC over 64. Parlayed with Florida plus 3.5. That is an alt spread. Gets us a parlay at plus 225. Listen, LSU, USC, doesn't matter who's on the team. These teams are going to put up offense. It's more about the coaching than it is about the players. So we'll take the over on that. That's easy. And then Florida, I already like their money line, so might as well bump the spread up to 3.5. Give us a couple points to work with and put that together. So
I fear you may have cooked here. I like all of those picks,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see how it works out. Looks like you dove deep and you found some dogs there. The
I
only
actually
one I'm not sure
didn't
about,
dive deep at all.
then you're just good at picking. Because the only one I'm not sure about is Wisconsin, Western Michigan under. I don't know shit about those two teams, but the Georgia pick is just phenomenal. I think that spread shoots up.
I probably have to grab that one early because I have a feeling it might get to 14 and a half, and then I don't like it anymore. So,
are you marking Soto as a loss yet? Because Judge just keeps hitting fluky home runs that are in the short porch.
no, not yet. We still got
Injury still.
Yeah, I mean, injury or a slow streak, but pretty much probably dead. I mean, Torkelson's kind of making a push.
He does have 3 home runs since he got called up. I think he's at what? He's at 7 or 8 for the year.
I thought it was 9, but
dude, if
imagine.
No, they've only got like 30 games left. But I mean, if it hit, I'm putting it as a win. I don't give a shit. I do have real money on it, so I hope it does. But it ain't
be wild.
With that being said, we're gonna take a quick break here to get Javier in here for our general NFL preview. And then after Javier, we'll send it over to Papa Tubbs for the biased fan preview. So we'll see you guys in a second. And we're back. Javier, welcome to the show. Is it good to be back?
Again.
It's great to be back. Great to be back.
Wonderful. Well, we are only going to be talking NFL, so if I hear the word Dodgers come out of your mouth, I'm stopping the recording and kicking you out of the session. So, yep, see, I knew that was going to happen. I saw it earlier. I guess everybody on the podcast, I believe they know that you're a big Fairweather fan. So I guess we just wanted to know, who's your team this year?
For NFL.
I'm going to have to go with the Lions. I mean, they were electric last year.
I don't think we can accept you on the bandwagon. There's not enough room.
I thought it was just because I'm Mr. Jinx, but
yeah, that's the other reason.
That too. Yeah. Speaking of the Jinx, Javi, do you happen to listen to the show weekly at all?
I watch the clips on like TikTok a lot.
Okay.
So they pop up my FYP. So
are you gonna tell them?
I may or may not have started fading some of your picks for my locks and long shots weekly.
It's been working out very well for him.
Yeah.
Damn.
So last Tuesday when I asked you for your picks, we were recording and I put those as my locks and long shots. The opposite.
Yes. And
all of them hit?
No, not all of them. I had the Dodgers money
profit.
line, they won. I had the Twins money line, they lost. And then I don't think I had another one.
I don't think we could do a long shot because it was like he took somebody -1 or -1.5.
Yeah, but he did send out that parlay, that 4-leg parlay, and I took the normal version and then I took the full fade version, and they both lost. So
Javi, since you're hopping on the Lions bandwagon, who is your player to watch on the Detroit Lions this year?
I gotta go with J-Mo. I think he's gonna I think he's gonna score like 5-6 TDs. He's gonna probably get a nice, I don't know, 30-40 receptions, but he's gonna average like 25 plus yards per reception. I feel like it's gonna be
deep threat.
Deep threat.
Love it.
And especially in all those games in a dome, it's gonna be awesome.
I think the player to watch is Goff with the dome because he's so good indoors. But if J-Mo doesn't have a good season or just an improved season, I think he's got to be gone because you wasted a first on him and he's a bust. Since they're also your team, what do you think about us cutting all these receivers, and what do you think we're going to do to recoup a receiver? Because right now our wide receiver 3 is Khalif Raymond. Where do we go? Who should we get? I don't know if you've been paying attention to who's been getting cut lately, but there's a couple good names out there.
I think that guy from the Chiefs, drove 120 miles per hour. I think.
He's still on the team. You're getting him mixed up with Kadarius Toney, I believe.
Yeah, Tony.
No, that was Rashee Rice.
Oh, it's a different guy. Shoot.
Yep. I think you're thinking Kadarius Toney, who got cut, who is absolutely trash.
Wait, he got cut?
Kadarius Toney did, yeah.
Yeah, just like an hour ago or 2 hours ago, whatever it was. But
yep. I think we need to go get Noah Brown. Sorry, he got cut today. There's also Tim Patrick from the Broncos. He got cut. Or go make a trade and get John Mechie. Do you know John Mechie?
Yeah, Bama product.
Cancer boy.
Yeah, from the Texans, right?
Stock is low. Go grab him. That's all I'm saying.
Didn't the Giants, they cut 2 receivers that could be decent. It was Hodgins and some other guy.
They cut Allen Robinson today, too.
Nah, I wouldn't go for him.
Allen Robinson is too old. All right, so in the offseason, we had a lot of movement, free agents, trades, and such. Frankie wants to test you and I's ball knowledge. He's got a big old list of players here.
All right.
And we have to try to decipher. Do we want to, Frankie, should we work together or should we challenge each other?
No, I mean, you guys can work together. It's up to you, I guess, if you don't want to work together.
Let's do
Somebody's
that.
just got to keep score of how many you get right.
Yeah, I'll pull up the calculator app here and I'll just add one every time we get one right. We'll work together here. So he's just going to list a bunch of players, Javi, and we'll work together to get where they went.
Same faces, new places. All right, starting off, Gardner Minshew. He was on the Colts last year. Who's he with this year?
Javi, he's starting somewhere.
It's not Seattle, is it?
No. They still have Geno. Oh, it's I think it's the Raiders.
Oh yeah, it's Raiders.
Go with the Raiders.
Yeah, it's Raiders.
It is the Raiders.
Bang.
I knew it was west side, West Coast.
Yep.
All right, Marcus Mariota was with the Eagles last year. Who's he with this year?
Now that one I have no idea.
Shit.
I think he's
the
back in
Browns. I think it's the Browns. I think.
No, because the Browns got Jameis.
Is it the Saints?
I could see Saints, but for some reason I'm thinking Denver. No, because they got Zach Wilson.
And they have the other guy.
It feels like a Saints team because who would their backup be? I guess Taysom Hill. We'll roll Saints. That's our best bet. Saints.
It is the Commanders.
Oh.
I didn't know that. I was going to guess Saints or maybe the Panthers as my other guess, but
Well, luckily for you guys, this one's a freebie. My next one on the list was Jameis Winston.
Cleveland just said that
Cleveland.
one.
Yep. Joe Flacco. He was with the Browns last year.
You still playing?
He is.
thought
He
he was,
did sign a contract.
Oh. Okay, let's run through it. It's not the Lions, not the Vikings, not the Packers.
Back with the Ravens.
I was just going to say, is it maybe a reunion tour back to the Ravens?
Is that your final guess?
Let's go Ravens.
Yeah.
Reunion.
It is not. It is the Indianapolis Colts.
What?
Oh, 1 year, $4.5 million.
I knew that.
They
love their old white quarterbacks.
Yep. Next up, we're going to switch over to running backs. Tony Pollard.
I know that one. Javi, you know that one?
Shit. Isn't it it's someone in the East, right? The NFC East now.
No, he went to the Tennessee Titans.
This is correct. Tennessee
Derrick
Titans.
Henry.
This one should also be fairly simple. DeAndre Swift. He was with the Eagles last year.
Let's see if Javi knows ball.
The Bears.
Yes.
Yep. Bang.
Okay.
Bang.
All right, getting a little bit trickier. Antonio Gibson. He was with the Commanders last year.
I know this one because I drafted the team he went to starter. Javi, you got this.
Shit. Antonio Gibson.
The only reason I know this one is because I was looking at the depth chart of
I'm
this
gonna
team.
guess the Giants.
No, the
Ooh,
Patriots.
close.
The Patriots.
Yep.
Oh.
It's with the Patriots. Next up, Gus Edwards with the Ravens.
Come on, Javi. We know this one.
Is
Come on, Javi. You know ball.
Is this one Giants?
No. It's the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Shit.
Keeping it with somebody else from the same team, J.K. Dobbins.
That's Chargers.
It is the Chargers.
Yup.
They are sticking. They're a 2-for-1. All right.
Javi knows this.
little bit
one,
of wide receivers. Gabe Davis.
too. Javi knows this one.
Gabe Davis.
Yep, Buffalo Bills wide receiver.
I literally have him on my team, but I forgot to look exactly what team he's on. Is it
Jacksonville.
the Chiefs?
It's Jacksonville.
It is
I knew it was the
Jacksonville.
Chiefs.
Also coming from Jacksonville last year, Calvin Ridley. What team is he on?
Shit, I forgot he left.
Javi doesn't know ball. Javi doesn't know
It's a
ball.
good thing we're doing this.
Hey, it would be interesting to do this with baseball next spring because I bet you it'd be total script flipped.
I followed like a lot more, yeah. Because
I was gonna say,
just like, oh my god,
You got a 1 in 32 shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna know this one as soon as you say it too. I'm gonna guess Seahawks.
Tennessee.
Titans. Yep.
Oh my God, I knew that. Yep.
All right. I hope Javi gets this one. Hollywood Brown.
Come on, Javi.
Oh,
You know ball.
Chiefs.
There it is. There it is. Attaboy.
Recent one. Jahan Dotson.
Javi knows this one too. He was traded very recently.
Yep. I didn't even know this until like Saturday.
Is it the Giants?
No, Philly.
Really close though.
Damn.
Hey,
all right, we're
as a team, we're doing great because I'm at 11 right now on my counter.
We're gonna get really tough here. We're gonna go defense. I only got like 5 defensive players here. First one, Patrick Queen from Baltimore.
Steelers.
Attaboy.
Wow. All right.
How is he so confident with that? But he didn't know the.
I was gonna say.
I remember seeing a headline, and that was more. Well, actually, no. I saw him in a preseason highlight or something.
Okay.
Also, probably because his teammates were pissed about him going to the Steelers in free agency.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember that being a headline.
All right. Next up, Bobby Wagner.
Oh, I don't know if I know
He's
this
with
one.
the Seahawks. Signed a 1-year, $8.5 million contract with this team.
Oh, I gotta think back.
The Rams.
No, he was already on the Rams.
Oh.
I don't think it's the Rams. I wanted Detroit to get him. I gotta think of who got him. I want to say the Ravens. I want to say this is why this is who they replaced Queen with.
I would go with that.
Go with the Ravens.
Yeah.
It is the Commanders.
Fuck.
Commanders loading up on defense after just trading everyone away. But Jeff Okudah was with Atlanta last year.
Who?
Jeff Okudah.
It's a joke. I didn't even know this guy was, 1, still in the league, and 2, that he joined a new team. So whatever Javi throws out, I will back. Except I do. I feel like this is
like a Raiders move.
Okay, I was gonna say the Eagles.
Wasn't he with the Eagles already?
No, he's only ever been on the Lions in Atlanta.
Oh, so what's your final guess here?
We'll go with the Raiders then, because it's clearly not the Eagles.
It's wrong. It's Houston.
What?
Yep.
He's with CJ Stroud. He's back with CJ Stroud.
1 year, $4.75 million. So
Jesus.
That's insane that you can just be garbage and make $7.5 million.
Yeah.
Give me $5 million. I'll go out there and be garbage.
4.75.
Oh, you said it sounded like you said 7.5.
Still, Texas is tax-free state or state income.
All right. Ready for the next one?
I know these last 2 names. Yeah, go ahead.
Xavier McKinney was with the Giants. He's a safety. Got a 4-year, $68 million contract with this team.
Oh, wow. You got a fat deal.
Yeah, because he's
I
good.
feel like I saw this.
Why is Miami screaming to me, Javi?
Yeah.
Miami's screaming.
They are, but
Let's
also...
Let's go with Miami. Let's go with Miami. I'm confident.
Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay, really?
What?
Yep.
Ew.
We had to replace Darnell Savage, who's our last player. He is leaving to go to...
Packers overpaid on McKinney, by the way. That's definitely going to bite him in the ass.
I mean, Darnell Savage got a 3-year, $21.75 million contract. So,
with who?
Don't tell us.
That's
Don't
up
tell
to
us.
you.
We gotta guess.
It's the next one.
It's this is our last player, so we got to go out with a bang here.
I feel like this is like a Bears move.
Ooh.
Bears or Vikings?
You think 2 in division though? Well, it's just free agency. Let's go Bears. I like Bears.
It is Jacksonville.
Oh,
Jacksonville.
They always spend money.
We got 12 right out of how many were there? I think we only got 1 of the defensive players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. 12 out of 18. That's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously some
when you numb it down.
There's obviously some other names, Saquon, stuff like that.
Philadelphia.
But I wanted to
right.
not give super easy ones. So I did want to talk about some of the cut players that got obviously cut today. Martavis Bryant, Jake and I talked about him, 2 weeks ago? Something like that.
We said,
Getting
how the
back in
fuck
the
is
league.
this guy still in the league?
Yeah, he got cut by the Commanders today.
Turns out he's not.
Noah Brown from Houston.
My dog. Come on
in
to
2
Detroit.
big games last year.
Remember, he had like 2 or 3 good games last year as a wide receiver. He moved up to the 2 spot because of Tank Dell getting hurt.
Yep.
But
when I
think
saw
he could settle right into a 3-4 spot.
When I saw that he got cut, I went and looked at his fantasy. He had 2 games back to back. One was like 178 yards. The other one was like 125 yards and a touchdown. On the year, he only had like 500 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So he didn't do shit outside of those 2 games. But so Noah Brown, Bailey Zappi was cut today. Kind of surprising to me, I thought, but whatever.
Nah.
Allen Robinson, fun name. Ben DiNucci. Didn't know he was on the Bills, but he got cut.
Trace McSorley still on a team? Trace McSorley still out there?
Actually, he might have gotten cut today.
Let's see. Trace Mix.
Because I believe, he did get signed.
He got released.
He got signed by the Commanders.
He got released 2 hours ago by the Commanders.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Ben DiNucci, though. Javi, do you remember this name? Steel Chambers?
No, I don't.
He was with Ohio State. Good linebacker. He was apparently with the Patriots. He got cut. The Packers cut Andres Carlson today. We've had a harder time replacing Mason Crosby as a kicker than we have Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. So that says something. But Sterling Shepard, he was with Tampa. He got cut today. Max Duggan, former TCU quarterback, got cut by the Chargers. And then Desmond Ridder got cut by the Cardinals today.
Did you guys see Desmond Ridder did a commercial? They were only airing it really in Arizona, but it was with DoorDash. And it was basically him as a DoorDash driver. And then at the end it says Desmond Ridder, Dasher and NFL quarterback. And now it's blowing up because he's going to have to go DoorDash because he's no longer an NFL quarterback. So just horrible timing.
He fell off the end of the earth because
I don't know how the fuck that guy shot up somehow to being a 2nd-round pick, 3rd-round pick.
Yeah,
and started for like a year.
Flopped.
Anybody that you guys saw that got cut?
I was gonna say, did you see the Patriots signed a GV defensive end?
They did after they got rid of Judon.
Yeah, they signed him. I don't know what the details were, but they signed him as a free agent from defensive end.
I saw also Donovan Peoples-Jones got cut by the Lions today.
Didn't you guys just trade for him?
No, we got him at the end of last year, right at the deadline last year.
Felipe Franks got cut. Remember that name?
You better get rid of those cards.
I don't have any Felipe Franks cards.
I thought you did.
No.
Who's the random quarterback that you have like a?
The backup for Tampa.
Fuck's that guy's name?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember his name. He went to Florida.
That's why I thought it was Felipe Franks.
No, it wasn't Felipe.
It wasn't not Driscoll. It's Trask, right?
Yes,
Trask.
Kyle Trask. Yep.
Kyle Trask.
Look at that.
One Kyle Trask card.
Javi might know a little bit of ball. All right. Do you want to get into our picks for the awards?
Sure. Do you want to share screen or not?
Yeah, I can share screen.
We do have to go back and look at.
Well, I don't want to share screen because I don't want Javi to be able to look at the odds and just pick based off of that. I want some heart picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just say what they are for odds.
Okay.
So let's start with Defensive Player of the Year. And Javi, why don't you throw one out? We'll have you go first every time.
Okay. I think it's going to have a revenge year. I think it's going to have a decent year. I'm going to go with TJ Watt.
Okay. It's a good pick. I think your only worry is him being healthy. But the media loves that dude. Loves him.
He's gonna get you a couple sacks like in primetime games where it's gonna fire the team up. It's gonna be like those highlight reels. He's gonna get like 15. He's gonna get you 14 to 16 sacks. And
if the Steelers like somehow squeak into the playoffs again, it's going to be because of the defense. And then immediately people look at TJ Watt. So
especially
I think he would have won it last year if he didn't get hurt. Or did he win it last year? Who won it last year?
Myles Garrett won it last year.
That's right.
Jake, do you want to go next?
Yes, I will. And I was going to go with the homer pick, Aiden Hutchinson, but I'm not going to.
If you take my pick, I'm going to lay it up here and I'm going to go
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa.
I think 49ers are just always good. And it's another thing, though, like he's going to get hurt and then he's cooked. But I think it's a good shot. Where are you going?
I'm going to go with a little bit deeper of a pick here. I think if this team is good again and improves on last year, obviously I think their defense is going to be better, but I think this guy is going to be the main culprit of why their defense is better. I mean, I guess Jeff Okudah could be part of the reason why, but I'm going to go Will Anderson Jr. With the Texans.
I like that pick.
You want to take Jeff Okudah? He's got to be on here somewhere.
No, I would rather pass on that. I will say there's a real deep sleeper on this list, Rashawn Gary at plus 5,000.
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
No, like he's good, but not good enough to win it over some of the other guys above him. Do you want to put the odds on there or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, TJ's plus 550. He's the favorite. I forgot to mention that. Nick Bosa is plus 850, and Anderson is plus 3,000.
I think a sleeper pick too is just because it's a contract year, Micah Parsons.
I mean, he's the second favorite, but
I
mean,
true.
these are all like it's not really a sleeper, but
he's actually tied for the favorite.
Shot.
But
yeah,
no, I get what you mean.
All right, Javi, your offensive player of the year. Now, one thing I want to remind you of is that quarterbacks rarely win this award because they would just win the MVP. So probably don't take a quarterback. I don't even think you can bet on a quarterback, really. Yeah, quarterbacks aren't even listed. I guess they are.
Yeah, they are.
I would still avoid it because I don't think a quarterback's won this award in years.
I'm shocked at this.
Because they usually give the MVP to the quarterback, and then they don't win Offensive Player of the Year too, or else they would every time. So, who is your Offensive Player of the Year?
My Offensive Player of the Year is gonna be. God, I'm torn on it because I just traded him away, but I think it's gonna be Chase. Or, I mean, this is a 1B for me. I think it could be St. Brown, Lions. Just with all the indoor games, I think he's not going to be tested like weather-wise. So he's going to get 15 targets every game.
I don't know.
Javi just explained why I'm picking Amon-Ra for Offensive Player of the Year. With every game being indoors, it's going to limit injuries. Knock on wood. Jared Goff's going to absolutely cook out there. And if the Lions keep this whole storybook thing going, the media is going to love Amon-Ra. And he's really the only receiver there is other than Laporta. So plus 1,800, I love it.
Yeah, I'm also sticking with Javi's case here on Jamar Chase. I think we finally get a big year from Burrow. Not that he hasn't had big years in the past, but I think we finally get a full healthy year. And no Tyler Boyd is a third string to kind of take away more. I should have done that. Tyler Boyd, what team is he on?
Where is Tyler Boyd?
Titans.
Oh, did he really?
Titans got some good receiving core there.
They actually kind of do sneakily. DeAndre, Kelvin Ridley, and Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd, yeah. But no, I think it's going to be a two-man show for wide receivers over there with Higgins and Chase, and then with losing Mixon, who even is the starting running back for
the
Bengals?
the Piran guy or whatever?
I think it was supposed to be Chase Brown.
Oh yeah, Chase Brown is in the conversation, but there's somebody else. I don't remember who it is. But I think Chase is just going to be the standout wide receiver there, the 1-1 guy. So that's why I'm taking Chase plus 1,200. I will say,
Zach, by the way, is who they went and got.
Yeah, that's who it is. My sleeper, plus 6,000, Devon Achane. If anybody in that running back room gets hurt, Devon Achane's going to have a year. So,
how's he going to have a year though? When he's hurt for 8 out of the 17 games they play.
I mean, he was hurt for what, 4 or 5 games last year, and he still put up almost 1,000 yards.
I mean, are we really celebrating almost 1,000 in 17 games?
It was like 850 yards.
Oh, with playoffs included though, too, right?
So yeah, it might be actually.
Impressive.
They only played one playoff game.
Well, also it was like negative 20.
Anyways,
I think I noticed something, and we're gonna go a little bit off script here, but when you find a player that like everybody in the media, and by media I mean like the fantasy football media of like, oh, this guy's really fast and he's gonna get looks and blah blah blah. You slurp that dude up and you just ride him until the wheels fall off.
Devon Achane is a good running back.
He is right now. He's unproven, and you just slurp, and nothing's proven. And
all right, so
he could win Offensive Player of the Year. He's the number 2 back, and Mostert's going to go out there and put up 20 fucking touchdowns again.
The guy that has never had a healthy year outside of last year for one time.
Neither has Achane.
He's played one season.
Exactly, never had a healthy year.
All right, so give me a stat. We'll make a handshake deal here. Over under what?
For Achane?
Yeah.
What do you think? You're the one slurping him up.
I think he gets 1,000 yards easy.
I think 1,000 is low in today's NFL for somebody that you're slurping this hard.
Okay, so 1,000 yards and what? 10 touchdowns? 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns?
You slurping Achane is how hard I slurp Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra's proved it.
So do you want 8 touchdowns or 10 touchdowns?
You want to say 10 touchdowns and 1,000 yards for Achane? I'll take that right now. What are we betting?
Let's just keep it simple. $10. 25.
No, I want to do something embarrassing. I don't want money. I've got money. Let's go. You got to think of something. Let's talk off the show, and we'll come back next week with the bet.
Okay.
Because I want to come up with something good. Because I need to expose you for the slurping that you do on a guy that hasn't earned it.
I was going to say, let me guess, did Rashawn Gary show up like 20 pounds lighter to camp or something?
Yeah. Best shape of his life.
Well,
yeah,
I think it was actually 40 pounds.
Hey, I'm okay with the Rashawn Gary slurping.
That's fair.
Dog right there. All right, let's get back to the script here. We're going a little long, and we're supposed to have another person on. So, MVP, Javi, who you taking?
I think it's going to be C.J. Stroud. I think he's on fire. I think it's good. It could come back to bite him with Diggs in there, but I think he's gonna show up.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was next. I got 2 guys I'm looking at here. I've kind of gone safe with the last 2, so I'm gonna go a little reachy with this one, but I love it. Lamar Jackson. They had a good year last year. Deep playoff run. If they go even deeper, Lamar's already got an MVP. He can do it on the ground at plus 1,800. That's just too good. The chalky one, I was going to go with Josh Allen. I am a big Josh Allen believer. I will say that's one of the times you've slurped somebody before they proved anything and you were right. I want to see him go to a Super Bowl. How can you imagine the scene of Lions versus Bills in the Super Bowl? 2 teams that have just been through so much hurt. I think that'd be incredible. So
you want to talk about slurping? I feel like every year you're sucking off Lamar.
No, not like you slurp Achane though.
It's been a season.
No. Javi's turning off his camera on us.
No, I was looking to see if I could put my brightness down, but I'm good.
Oh.
I got 10% alert.
No, I don't slurp Lamar like that.
Okay. If I had to pick, I don't think I would pick Josh Allen just because of the lack of weapons that he's got this year. But I guess I could also make a better case for him winning the MVP. So
yep, if they get it done without a weapon, I don't think they have a single. They got Kincaid, I guess.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman.
I'm gonna go kind of high up here. I'm gonna take Burrow just kind of on the back of. I think that
That's another slurper for you.
I just think if he has a healthy year and if.
That's fair.
I mean, it adds up. If Chase wins Offensive Player of the Year, why can't Burrow win MVP?
Okay, that's fair. I think Burrow is more of a lock for Comeback Player of the Year. All he's got to do is have a better year than Rodgers. I think that's his only competition. I guess you got Kirk Cousins there too.
Rodgers,
a lot of quarterbacks in the Comeback
Anthony
Player conversation.
I think Justin Herbert could be up there too.
I think Justin Herbert played a lot last year. I think he played too much to win.
Yeah, I mean he's plus 6,000.
You got to think about like last year it was Hamlin was the favorite all year, and then Joe Flacco came in and did what he did. Not to slurp myself or anything, but I did take Flacco to win Comeback Player of the Year. That was pretty sweet on myself. But I think Burrow or Rodgers wins it for sure. But do we want to talk Rookie of the Year?
Sure.
Caleb Williams.
Okay, I'm definitely not taking Caleb Williams for many, many reasons. But why do you think Caleb Williams?
I mean, they're just giving him the silver platter with weapons. I mean, they're investing in him, and they got a really good defense. So they're going to be. I think they're going to be in games.
Yeah, I think I'm on the bus train with Caleb Williams. That's just the hater in me, really. So I'll go ahead and I'll throw out. I'm gonna go extra crazy with this one. I think Brandon Ayuk gets traded during the season. I think he goes to the Commanders, and Jaden Daniels builds some crazy resume. They make the playoffs. Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. It's not that crazy. He's the second favorite, but throwing out the Ayuk getting traded there for him to win it, that's the crazy part. I wish I could parlay that. Let me parlay Ayuk getting traded to the Commanders mid-season and Jaden Daniels winning Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I don't want to, but it kind of feels too easy. You know what? No. I thought I wanted Caleb Williams for Heisman last year, and that was obviously not the right pick. It looked too easy.
I already know this one. I already know it.
Where do you think I'm going?
You're going to go Bo Nix.
No. I'm going to go Marvin Harrison.
Oh.
I think he might just pick up 10 targets a game and absolutely run the Cardinals offense. So
he was my other thought just because of Kyler Murray is not a bad quarterback. He's just bad until Call of Duty dies out. So
yeah.
Honestly, I have no research in Defensive Rookie of the Year, but if you guys want to talk about it, I could just pick somebody. But I don't think there's a name like last year was.
I was just going to ask Javi, is there any rookie running backs or rookie wide receivers that you're keeping an eye
on? Definitely Marv and probably is it Undun? How do you say it?
Odunze?
Yeah, Odunze. The Bears. I think the biggest bust is going to be Naylor from the Giants. They're saying all these highlight reels, but it's the Giants and that stadium, that turf, they always get hurt on that turf.
That's a good point.
I just don't think he's going to beat anything.
I like Odunze for sure, because I think if Keenan Allen gets hurt, which inevitably is going to happen, Odunze moves up and gets to go off. So, but that all depends on his quarterback, who's going to be a bust. So, the other one I love, dude, I love Xavier Legette.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. I like Legette.
Dude has the accent of an angel. I love hearing the guy talk. And I think it's Bryce Young's last chance to prove that he's not a bust, and he actually has a receiver, because he was throwing to basically a retired 60-year-old last year, and Adam Thielen. So
and they got Deontay Johnson too, so they got two decent receivers out there.
And yeah, I think they're going to be in games. Their defense is so bad that they're going to be getting blown out, so they're going to have to pass, and I think Legette can cook. So I like him at plus 7,500 too.
Yeah. I don't think there's really any running backs to talk about unless you want to talk like Jalen Wright, Jonathan Brooks once he's healthy. But
there's not really that big rookie running back crop like last year. Year we
next year
Gibbs and Bijan.
Next year I think we might have one hell of a running back class. Ollie Gordon.
Ollie Gordon, if he doesn't get another DUI.
Yep.
I don't know. Donovan Edwards, really his career is going to depend on how he does this year. It'll be interesting. I think he could have a good year, but who's the other one? Travion Henderson out of Ohio State. He's interesting. But I think your big dog is Alec Gordon, of course. Judkins, I don't think he'll go yet.
Probably
he's
not.
He's like a sophomore, isn't he?
I don't know if he's a sophomore or junior, but yeah.
All right. Javi, who's your Super Bowl pick? Do you want to do matchup or just winner, Austin?
I'll give a matchup. I don't care.
Okay. All right, Javi, you can do a matchup or you can do just a winner. Doesn't matter to us.
I'll do a matchup.
Okay. Make sure that it's NFC, AFC.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna go. Lions are gonna get it done. They're gonna reach it this year.
Uh-oh.
And they're going to play. I'm gonna go for a reach. I feel like it's gonna be the Texans. I feel like they're gonna get it done. Texans, Lions, and Lions are gonna rate.
Who'd the Texans lose to?
Actually, no. Texans. Oh yeah, they're AFC.
The Browns.
They lost to the Browns. That's right. No, they killed the Browns, I thought.
No, Browns killed them.
Texans lost to they played at Baltimore. They lost at Baltimore.
That's what I thought. And then Baltimore killed the Browns. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because Baltimore Chiefs. Who did the Chiefs play first round, though?
Dolphins.
That's right.
It was a freeze bowl.
Cold ass game. Yep. I can't take the Lions. Obviously, all of our listeners know in my head it's the Lions through and through. But I refuse to pick them. I'm not betting on them once this year. I've got a couple futures on some players, but that's it. But I'm going to say Ravens.
I knew it.
And then I'm going to say, I'm trying to remember the colors.
No, you can't do that. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
I don't remember the colors, but I'll say Ravens, and then I'll say out of the NFC, I'll run it back with the Niners. I don't know. The Niners are so good, and they just reloaded. Their offense is the same. There's some drama with Ayuk, and then I'm going to say the Niners get it done, yeah. I'm going to say the Niners get it done. They look unbeatable sometimes.
So the color of the logo is purple and green.
Purple and green.
So Packers.
Eagles,
going Ravens, Packers.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
I have to. I have to. And I'm gonna take the Packers.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Fuck it.
I'm going to be honest with you. If the Packers make a Super Bowl with Jordan Love in year 2 before my Lions do, check in on me, because I will not be okay. It might be the only Super Bowl I've never watched.
All right, let's start a hypothetical here. Ravens, Packers in the Super Bowl. Ravens -3.
Ravens -3. I'm bumping the Ravens up to -7. I don't care.
But the thing is, like, if you have the highest paying quarterback, it's not really it's an expectation at this point. So if they make it, it's kind of you should make it, right? You're paying them $60 million or whatever it is.
He's got a point.
I mean,
it's the goal.
You should make it. And
I think that contract is going to bite them in the ass. I hope.
No way.
Does.
It's only 4 years.
Only 4 years. If he's a bust this year, you guys reset and you have to actually go through a quarterback search process like the Lions have.
What do you mean we have to reset? We signed him to a 4-year extension.
If he's ass this year and then he's cut next year, you restart the process.
We're not, brother. Come on.
I just think it's a lot of money for a guy that started out 2 and 4.
Did you see what we did today? Or actually last night? We got our backup quarterback of the future. We traded for Malik Willis.
I did.
So
yeah, okay.
We're set.
Yeah, sure. All right. Anything else? Javi, any other final thoughts? I hope you enjoyed coming on the podcast. This was great. I think we should have you on end of the season as well to look back at these picks, and we can also talk about the season. Maybe we should
probably do that with baseball.
Yeah, we should do that with baseball.
Or before the playoffs start, maybe right before
I think
the
that's kind of what
start.
we were thinking, but
okay. Yep. Well,
it's going to be a hell of a stretch getting, stressful baseball games coming up with the Orioles this week, and then got to go at Arizona.
Hey, fuck them up. Drive those odds up for Burns so I can go hedge.
Yeah, and then you got to go at Arizona for 4 this weekend. It's going to be a tough stretch. It's going to be anxiety end of the season.
All right, well, Javi, thanks for coming on. We need to get Big Papa Tubbs in here to wrap us up, and we will have you on shortly to talk about baseball.
Hot take: Nebraska 9-3 this year. That's my pick.
Oh, Jesus, that is a hot. Put that on the sheet. That's a hot take. That's piping hot.
9-3.
That's
potentially
hot.
8-0 going into Ohio State or 7-0 going into Ohio State.
What an exit slip! What an exit slip! 9-3. All right, well, Javi, thanks for coming on. I can't wait to see how that take works out. We will see.
All right. See you, boys.
And we're back. As you guys can see, we got Papa Tubbs here. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Tubbs and Frankie, glad to be here. Appreciate you
absolutely.
letting me on here for a little bit.
So we just got done with Javi. We did kind of a general overlook of the season, the NFL, his picks. So let's get right into it with you. You're obviously you're our contact for all Lions related news and bias. So how do you feel about the Lions this year?
I feel great, incredible actually. I'm looking for big things. And I'm not going to say Super Bowl, but I'm going to say we're going to tear it up.
Okay. It wouldn't be an episode without technical difficulties. Are you holding your phone on the right side or the left side?
I don't know which side is which.
No.
Does it matter?
Keep it sideways. I think you're blocking your mic. You're a little muffled.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Okay. How's that?
I would use your left hand, and I think that'll be good. So talk real quick.
Okay. You can hear me now, right?
That's good. Yeah, I think you're just blocking your mic. It's fine. It got better, but let's just get into it then. I love the Lions this year. What do you think about our wide receiver problem, though?
I don't think it's a problem, honestly. I think Jameson Williams is going to surprise some people. Now, I know People Jones got cut, which is probably a good thing because, he was crap. So
Okay.
it won't be bad if they run and, maybe pick somebody up. I saw earlier today there were a couple of wide receivers cut, so would be a bad thing to pick somebody up for a third or fourth receiver, but I'm not concerned.
Can you tell that me and this guy have relation here? I said that earlier. I said there's some guys that got cut today. I said let's go get one of them because
you guys don't trust in Tom Kennedy.
Tom Kennedy's gonna be like the 6th spot.
Well, he's gonna be good on the practice squad at this point.
I like Khalif Raymond, but he's really a punt return, kick return specialist. I don't like him to fill because somebody's got to fill the Josh Reynolds shoes of last year.
Agreed.
Whether that's Jameson, I don't know, but I want him to still kind of just be that deep threat. So look at this guy coming on here having drinks that we're not sponsored by. Come on, we don't have a sponsorship. Appreciate the koozie though. That's good.
Okay, I can't see it.
What do you think about the Jordan Love contract?
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
See, so what I'm just hearing is a little bit of jealousy that you guys just haven't been able to put together Hall of Fame quarterback after Hall of Fame quarterback after Hall of Fame quarterback.
Austin, no. Hold on. I'm not taking anything away from Jordan Love. I think he can play. However, he played one season. One season. So no one had tape on him, right? I just don't think he could be. That's a lot of money, dude. It's a lot of money.
They had tape on him from the Chiefs game when he had to play when Rodgers had COVID a couple years ago.
Okay, 2020. Sorry. Yeah, that makes a difference. All I'm saying is I'm saying he's a good quarterback. I'm not going to take that away from him. But that's a lot of money to pay for 1 year.
See, but my take is it's only a 4-year contract. It's technically only a 3-year contract because there's an opt-out after year 3. So if he's bad after 3 years, then so be it. We just opt out of the contract. But why not lock him up at least for 4 more years? And then if he's great, we have a deal for the next 4 years, and then we have to renegotiate again.
Well, let's say he has a shit year, right? And then next year is a shit year. So now you're paying him for free, basically, for that 3rd year. Because it's guaranteed for 4, right?
I think it's 3 years guaranteed. I don't know off the top of my head, but
the guarantee too is just the guarantee's more if he got hurt and couldn't perform, they would have to buy him out. But
I think it's also a backloaded contract, which gets a little bit concerning. But also, we just traded from Malik Willis, so we have a backup quarterback in the future. So, I mean, we're set. That's 4 straight. I'm not gonna toot my own horn and say that what's his name that was our backup last year, out of Penn State or whatever. I don't remember who it was exactly, but he's
Sean something.
Yeah, he's not that great. He's the reason that we traded for a second string quarterback. Yes, Clifford.
All right, Pops. Let's get your NFC North final standings picks. What do you think?
Okay. All right. So I had to make a couple notes because I'm old, right? So I had to do this. So I'm going to go from the bottom up, right?
Okay.
So I looked at the schedules and I looked at all the rosters and
full breakdown. I like it.
Listen. I'm just saying. So fourth, right? Fourth overall is Minnesota. I got them at 5-12, right?
Ooh.
So
He's got records.
I like it.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's go.
Listen, now, I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy is the savior for the Minnesota, but Sam Darnold, really? You got Sam Darnold throwing to probably the best receiver in the NFL. Not going to happen.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. And their defense is weak at best, right? So that's where I have Minnesota. Now, I have Chicago at 7-10. Okay?
I
The
like
reason
it.
being is Williams is totally unproven. Now they brought in Swift, who let's be honest, his glory days are way past. He's way past his prime, right? They have great receivers, but they still haven't addressed their defense. Their defense is a little shaky, so I don't see them winning. They're not going to be 500, right? So then we come to the Green Bay Packers. I have the Packers at 10-7.
Okay, I like.
Right, now hear me out. I believe that the Packers will probably sneak into the playoffs. They will probably get the wild card. Yep, 100%. And they may even upset a team. But your defense, they're old. They're getting old, right? And Quay Walker, you can't trust him. That guy.
Yeah, but did you hear Rashawn Gary is down like 40 pounds this offseason and in the best shape of his life?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm down 40 pounds too, but you know that's all in the legs, right? So.
All right, what do you got the Lions at?
So I got the Lions at 12-5. Now, before you say anything, I got them at 12-5, winning the division. But I have them splitting with the Packers.
Okay.
Yep, that's fair.
That's fair.
I have them splitting with Packers, but I have them beating Minnesota and Chicago both, right? So I believe the Lions are going to win the North. And just an FYI, I just want to throw this out there. Last year, when we did this, I said the Lions were going to win the division and they were going to win a playoff game and possibly make the NFC Championship game. And I was right on all three.
That is true.
So you know what you have to predict this year, right?
Oh, I'm getting there. So,
before we get there, hang on.
Sure.
Did you have anything else about the NFC North?
Well, NFC North runs through Detroit. So
there you go.
Bring it
Until
on.
further notice. Absolutely. I love this. I wish we could have this guy on every week.
Hey, I got breaking news.
Oh, God.
The Lions are signing Tim Patrick.
Let's go
to the practice squad.
That's our third receiver, Dennis. I just called that
to the
out
practice
when Javi
squad.
was on here. I don't care.
Yep,
That's where he's got to start.
And I read that he was going to get cut by the Broncos anyway. So.
Yep. So he had to go to the practice squad first, so they could figure out who do we got to cut, so we can actually have a third receiver. That's what they did. Big brain move.
Yep.
I just mentioned him earlier.
Yep,
okay. Let's do your picks then, Pops. Why don't you start with your defensive player of the year?
Micah Parsons. No question.
Micah Parsons. Okay.
Yeah. I just think he's in his total prime, dude. So I think he's going to win it.
Yep. I took Nick Bosa. I think if the 49ers keep doing 49ers things, he's a good shout. And then Austin took Will Anderson Jr. at plus 3,000.
I think if the Texans are just as good, if not better, than they were last year, and their defense is better, and they make a strong push again, he's going to be the reason why.
Okay.
You know what? I can't argue with Austin on that one because I think the Texans are going to surprise some people. Just a hot take there for you.
I don't know if it's really a surprise now. They made the playoffs last year and won a game. They won big, too.
Yeah, I kind of see them going a little bit further this year.
I could see it. All right, your offensive player of the year, just a reminder, don't pick a quarterback because they usually just win MVP.
Yeah, no problem. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Chalk.
Dennis loves the chalk, doesn't he?
I mean, it's a fair pick.
Those two are both favorites for those awards.
Well, Parsons is second.
Parsons is co-favorite. They're the same odds.
Oh,
Tyreek Hill has won like the last two, hasn't he?
I think so.
I think he won one with the Chiefs and then one with the Dolphins. And then your MVP.
All right, so you're not gonna like it, and I know I'm gonna get.
I might like it. Wow.
Ooh, okay.
MVP? You could have taken it for Offensive Player of the Year.
Just telling you, I think he's gonna. And here's another hot take for you. They're gonna say come to the Pro Bowl, and he's gonna be like, nah, I'm good, man.
Plus 25,000.
25,000.
Here's the problem with that pick is the only reason is that if Amon-Ra is getting a look at MVP, people are going to then look at Goff because he's getting the ball to him. That's the only problem.
Well, that's true, but Goff can only do so much. If Amon-Ra gets free, starts getting, his yaks and whatnot, that's all him. That's not Goff. That's
true.
It's all St. Brown.
If that is somehow correct, I will kick myself forever that I didn't throw a little 5 spot on that. But
$1 wins you 250. So
yeah, but if you throw a 5 spot on it for $12.50, I'm not going to though.
Yeah.
But all right, last award here then: Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay, this might not be a favorite pick, but I wanted to draft him in our fantasy league, and someone got him before me. But Xavier Worthy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I like that pick.
I'm just saying. Oh, and by the way,
Tyreek Hill 2.0.
Right, but did you see that Kadarius Toney, they cut him today?
Yeah. Long overdue, honestly. Dude's garbage.
100%. Yeah. Stone hands there.
All right. I forgot to go through who we all picked. So Offensive Player of the Year, I picked Amon-Ra for Offensive Player of the Year. Austin took Jamar Chase. And then MVP, I took Lamar, and Austin took Burrow. And then Rookie of the Year, I took Jaden Daniels because I also predicted that Brandon Ayuk gets traded to the Commanders mid-season. And then Austin took Marvin Harrison. Love the Caleb Williams hate from this podcast.
Yeah, well, I can't hate all your picks there because those are actually decent picks. I don't mind them.
We know what we're talking about. Austin Glaze is just a little bit too much, but that's all right.
Jake has some takes on me that I don't necessarily agree with. He says that
No. Make him listen to the podcast.
That's
fine.
I'm
get our viewers up.
Yeah, I'll be listening tomorrow.
Are you still listening, or are you watching the YouTube?
Well, I watch the YouTube at work.
There you go.
Wait,
okay.
Shit.
All right.
Don't tell anybody that.
Then we gotta axe the episode. Papa Tubbs gonna lose his job. Just don't say where he works. We're good. All right. Let's wrap up then with your Super Bowl pick and why. We need a matchup too, not just winner, the matchup.
Okay. So the winner of the AFC, I'm picking the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
The reason
Popular
I'm doing
take.
that is well. Here's the thing: people think that Derrick Henry is washed up. They are so wrong. He is going to
talk about a glaze.
Dennis is a Derrick Henry slurper. Oh yeah.
Hey, call it what you will, but when Derrick Henry just absolutely goes for 2,200 yards and 14 touchdowns, I'm going to see you guys later.
2,200.
Just telling you.
I think that's like the NFL record for yards in a season.
Not wrong.
Dude, if that's somehow right, that's all time.
What I'm saying is, listen, he can still run over people, and now people, when they play every time they play the Ravens, everybody was focused on Lamar Jackson because they had no receivers. But now Mark Andrews is back. Now they have Derrick Henry. All I'm saying is, pick your poison, basically, right? So, and I think Derrick Henry's going to have a hell of a year.
Dennis loves to slurp NFL players over the age of 30. I think he just likes his old guys.
Well,
I mean,
you know what? I haven't been wrong yet.
Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
David
There's
Montgomery's getting up there.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry,
Come on.
Travis Kelce.
Oh.
All right. You didn't even say your NFC pick. Who's matching up against the Ravens?
It's the Lions, 100%.
There you go. We needed that.
Listen.
That. And then
No, hold on. Let me explain.
Okay.
NFC, you got the Eagles, right? They're probably favorites, I'm sure. But they imploded last year. They will implode again this year. Jalen Hurts he's not the guy, right? He's just not the guy. And he might hold on now. He might perform great in the regular season, but towards the end of the year and then you get to playoffs, he kind of just falls apart.
They went to a Super Bowl.
Right. And then what happened last year? They were the favorites, and what happened?
They made the playoffs?
the Eagles
They
missed
lost.
the playoffs, I thought.
They missed
did
the
they miss?
playoffs. They didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. They lost their last 5 or 6 games or something stupid.
games.
They started this year 9-0 or something. By the way, the 49ers are the NFC favorite. The
Hold on.
Lions are the second favorite. Just because you said the Eagles were the favorite, we can't put out misinformation. That's all I'm saying.
No, I just said they're one of the favorites. Sorry. The other favorite, obviously, is the 49ers. Now, they have Christian McCaffrey. They have Deebo Samuel. Samuel has not gotten through a season I believe, the last 3 years without injury. Okay? And Brock Purdy, no.
Let's go. That's shared hate right there. That's shared hate. That's my pops.
I'm just saying. He is so overrated, it's ridiculous. And, by the way, Brandon Ayuk will not make the season with the 49ers. That guy will be gone.
Look at this. It's like we talk about football together or something. We're on the same page over here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I think the Lions, they have added some great depth in their defense, their offense. Gibbs is going to tear it up this year. I just see – I hate to say it, but I mean, I know I'm a Lions fan, but I think the Lions could make the Super Bowl.
It's our year.
Do you have the Lions winning it then?
Yes, I do. I
Damn
do.
right he does. All right. Our picks were both of us took the Ravens to win the AFC, and then I took the Niners, and I said the Niners win. But I started it with I can't pick the Lions. I'm a bad jinx. I'm a bad bettor, so I won't be taking the Lions. Austin, I don't know if you remember last year how we were talking about the Super Bowl logo and the colors. The colors this year were purple and green. So Austin, of course, took the Ravens and Packers, and he said the Packers win.
Well, let me just throw this out there for you. And Austin, I'm not trying to jinx or anything, but I believe right now in my mind, I think that the Niners and the Packers will have a rematch this year, and the Packers are going to pull it off.
Ooh.
I hope, because I hate that matchup. I hate it.
How sweet would it be if we got Lions-Packers NFC Championship?
That's where I'm going.
That might ruin this podcast and this friendship, though.
Yeah, you would be sad for a really long time.
That one would hurt so much worse than last year's did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
now the only thing that could repair that broken friendship of ours would be if the Packers lost in the Super Bowl.
Well, they're not going to make the Super Bowl. I don't know what hold on. Now you're getting ahead of yourself.
I just said you're not following along with the possible. Lions, Packers, possible. NFC Championship. And then I said if the Packers win, I'd be broken. Like it would be check in on Jake time.
That's not going to happen, son.
Good. I like that. I love the guarantee.
24.
Okay. We got to wrap up because we are way over our allotted time. Any final thoughts from you, Pops?
Lions. I'm going to watch the thing on Connor Stallions right now. Michigan did not cheat. Go blue.
Love it. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, door some tutties. We'll see you next week.
Peace.